What's up, you guys? It's me again, your girl M. Williams, licensed master hairstylist here in Atlanta, Georgia. So you guys, I was just thinking about the hair industry, and I was thinking back on when I had a storefront salon and I was hiring and I was interviewing people and stuff, and a lot of hairstylists who was coming to me to interview. I'm not gonna go over all of them, but some of them, you know how sometimes you may find hairstylists that they be good. I mean, their work is excellent, but they have not gone to school for cosmetology or anything like that. So they don't really have their credentials. They haven't really done, you know, what they need to do to try to go to cosmetology school, or they have not gone and sat for the state board of cosmetology, because they haven't gone to school. But they may be like the greatest artists, you know, they may be excellent with doing hair. They may have been doing hair from out of their home or from wherever for such a long time. So I found that when I had my storefront, a lot of people were really good. You know how you may find some people, they do really good work because they've been kind of doing hair from out of their home, like ever since they were young girls or young boys or whatever the case may be. But they have never gone to school for cosmetology. And so depending on what state you're in, I'm in the state of Georgia, a licensure is required, you know. And to be honest, you guys, I always say on my channel, and I'm never gonna change how I feel. I feel like, you know, just like with a dentist, a doctor, a lawyer, or any other profession that requires a licensure, I think it's wise to have a service provider that has a license. And the reason I say that, because it covers so many variables. And another thing too, you know, if someone does your hair and they are not licensed, then you have no kind of recourse at all. Like, there's nothing you can do other than try to complain to them, because of course you know that they don't have a license, or, you know, it's your responsibility to find out if they're licensed or not. So today I'm talking about how can you get your cosmetology license without going to school at all. Because there's so many stylists who, like we used to call them back in my day, kitchen beauticians, who, you know, been doing hair for years, you know, out the house. And, you know, they may do auntie hair, they may do, you know, they cousin them, or, you know, Ray and them, you know, and all of that, Pookie and them. But, you know, they have not gone to school for cosmetology. Now, it's really not that expensive, to be honest, to go to school for cosmetology if you go to a college. If you go to a private school like the Empires, the Paul Mitchell, and some of the other private schools where all they teach is just cosmetology, then it's going to be $26,000, $30,000, or $26,000, or somewhere in there, $26,000 and up. But if you go to a college and you take cosmetology, it's gonna be affordable. I mean, the price will probably shock you once you find out what the price is to go to a cosmetology school and take cosmetology at a college as opposed to a private school. So a lot of people don't know that. That's number one. Number two, there's a way where you can get your cosmetology license without going to school at all. And, you know, the hair industry, it's a high demand industry, because there's so much money that you can make in the hair industry. A lot of people know that. And then on top of that, you make your own hours, you're your own boss. You know, you're considered a business owner. So, you know, a lot of people have a desire to do it, you know, to even if you have, you know, been doing hair out of your home forever and you do hair great, that's all well and good. But for me and on my channel, I'm always trying to press people to go higher. I'm always trying to press and uplift people and encourage people to go higher, because I'm not the one who will be saying, okay girl, or okay guy, just stay stagnant, just keep doing what you're doing. That's not me, and you never gonna hear that on my channel. So anytime you tune in to my channel, Sugar Salon TV, you're always gonna hear me saying, girl, go higher. Guy, go higher. You know, go higher in anything, or you can watch or view any of my videos, and it's always gonna be that where I'm always saying, go higher. Don't remain stagnant. Don't stay down here. Don't just think it in your mind, but don't ever put no action into it. You know, don't be complacent. You know, it's so many adjectives that I can use, but go higher. I mean, if you're doing hair out of your home and you do great work, then the next step may be, okay, maybe this is something I like doing. I'm seeing I'm kind of making a little bit of an income doing this. Then, of course, you know, maybe God may be trying to tell you, okay, it's time to take it to the next level, time to go higher. And so that's what you're going to hear on my channel. Anytime I say anything about the hair industry or the service industry, it's never to be negative. It's always to say, look, go higher. Or if I'm talking to stylists and you just do hair out of your home, but you have a desire to go higher, go higher. Or you thinking about doing hair to the next level, but you haven't did anything to take yourself to the next level, then here I am saying, girl, go higher. Guy, go higher. Never stay complacent, because you don't want to self-sabotage yourself. You don't want to hinder and hold your own self back. So if you've been doing it for years, or you've been doing it out your home, or you've been doing Uncle Ray and Auntie, all of them, you've been doing everybody hair, and then you the bomb, like you lit, like you hashtag slaying, you know. Let's go. Maybe God is trying to tell you it's time to go to the next level. You know, even if you do have part-time, still it's obvious if so many people want you to do their hair, it's obvious that, okay, I can make some kind of income off of this. So now to get in a salon, you know, and to get your licensure, and that's what I'm mainly talking about on this video really quick today, briefly, is that you don't even have to go to school to get your cosmetology license. And you're probably like, what? Girl, stop lying. Don't lie to me, girl. I know I gotta go to school. No, you don't. It's a thing you guys call apprenticeship. Apprenticeship. So in a licensed profession, you know, I think I heard about Kim Kardashian, even to bring her name up in this video, is she's doing it to be a lawyer. She's doing an apprenticeship so she can become a lawyer. So it's a such thing as an apprenticeship. What that basically means is that what you would do is, instead of going to cosmetology school, you would just kind of learn on the job. And so what would happen is you would get under someone, the tutelage of someone who is a licensed cosmetologist, whether they're a licensed cosmetologist or a licensed barber or a licensed nail tech or a licensed whatever in the beauty industry that you're trying to do. It's a such thing as an apprenticeship. Now, I know I'm in the state of Georgia, so here in the state of Georgia, you can do it. I'm going to put it down, a link down below. Now, for you, whatever state that you may be in, you know, just go ahead and Google it. And the state, if you're in North Carolina, Google North Carolina Cosmetology, you know, Board of Cosmetology, and then whatever state you're in, just Google that. And then once you find it, you don't have to search the website forever. You can just call and just ask them, you know, about the apprenticeship program. Now, for you to apprentice, like I said a second ago, you will have to find someone who's already licensed and someone who's really willing to put you under the tutelage, and really somebody who's willing to train you. And then it does take a little while longer to do it in this way than it would if you go to school. So if you go to school, if you go to cosmetology school, it's quicker. In Georgia, it'll take like 1,500 hours. But if you do it under an apprenticeship under someone where they're training you, then it's going to take double the amount of time, so 3,000 hours. Now, I can speak for Georgia again because this is where I live. This is where I own the storefront salon. So I know about Georgia. I don't know about any other states, but like I said, all you have to do is Google it. And so I'm gonna put the one for Georgia, the Georgia State Board of Cosmetology down below in the description box, and I may put a few other states down there. But you guys, you know, if you see that you're at home and you're making some type of income from off doing hair out the home, then that may be just God saying, okay, even if you do this full time, or maybe if you do it part time, and you could get in a salon. And the way it works, once you start apprenticing under someone, you can start working in the salon because they're actually going to be training you, and you're going to be under their care, under their tutelage. And the State Board of Cosmetology for the state that you live in, they're going to give, you know, a curriculum that they're going to have to follow. My only thing is make sure that the person who's doing it for you, who's apprenticing you, make sure who's ever licensed you're working under, make sure that you stay on top of that, just to make sure that they are actually doing what they need to be doing. Because I've heard of salons that have hired people under the guise that they're going to apprentice them, and then they actually don't. And then they check with the state board to see how many hours they have, and they like, we don't even have your information, we don't even have your name. So once they do that, you know, you will get an apprenticeship. I think they will give you a temporary licensure. I'm not sure on that. So like I said, Google, but it is definitely a way for you to definitely get earn your way to getting a cosmetology license by not even going to school at all. Now, whatever information I can find on the State Board of Cosmetology in Georgia, I will put it down below in the description box. You can do your own research, but just make sure that, you know, the person who does, make sure that the person who does apprentice you, make sure that they do have their license. You know, do your due diligence. Don't just go out here trusting everybody. Make sure you check to make sure that they do have a license. Make sure they show you their license. Make sure you do your due diligence, because you don't want to be doing all this and then they're not keeping their end of the bargain. So it's not a trust thing. It's about business. So that's all I want to say, and make sure that I tell you and reiterate that's very important, that you make sure that the person that says that they're apprenticing you, that they're actually doing it. Make sure you get your paperwork, make sure you get your documents, make sure you don't just trust and believe them, but that you follow through. And you can call the state board yourself once you start being under their tutelage, and check with them to make sure everything is hunky-dory, every I have been dotted, every T have been crossed. Because you don't want to be working under somebody and then you're not earning your hours, and they just telling you, oh, I got you working under me and stuff, and they're not even doing it. And then you go back to check your hours and it's zero because they haven't done anything. So make sure that, you know, it's not just about trust, and make sure that, you know, they are actually doing their part and sending all the information to the State Board of Cosmetology. So like I said, it need to be someone you trust, and someone who's willing to give you all the information and the proof that you need. But yeah, all you have to do is work under them. They will be training you while you're in the salon working. That gives you the opportunity to work in the salon. And it also gives you an opportunity to earn hours that will go towards you being able to sit down and take the state board exam, so you can get your licensure. So, you know, I just want to come on here real brief. There is a way to get your cosmetology license without going to cosmetology school. As a matter of fact, most of the time when people do the apprenticeship, it's free. It's free. So I will link down in the description box about Georgia, But whatever state you're in, just check. Again, I'm always on my channel trying to encourage people to get a license. Simply because when I had my storefront salon and I was interviewing people, so many people didn't have a license. I was shocked because I had came out of being in corporate America for 22 years and going back into hair to own a storefront salon. And it was a challenge to try to hire people that had their credentials, meaning they completely finished cosmetology school, they sat for the state board, they passed the exam, they had their license, or they, a lot of people went to cosmetology school but didn't finish, or a lot of them went and finished but had fear of going to take the state board exam. So, it was, when you own a salon, you run into a lot of challenges like that. So make sure you don't let that be you. And if you want to go in this industry, wonderful. It's a great industry to be in. It's not an easy industry. It's hard work. It's hard on your physical body. But I think if people want to do it and they want to do it part-time, or they want to do it for maybe so many years of your life, I think it's a great way. Especially if you love people and you love doing what you do. You're already doing hair out of your home. You're already making money from it. I think it's a great thing. And like I said, you can go to cosmetology school. You can finish that and get your license, or you can get your license free without even going to cosmetology school. You can go and sit for the state board exam simply by working under someone else's license, and it's called an apprenticeship. That's simply what it's called. So this is brief, so I hope this has helped you, and I hope this will encourage you, because there's a lot of money to make in this industry. It's a multi-million-dollar industry, and I've been in it for a long time, off and on, was in corporate a long time. But so I have that balance of the two. But anytime you come on my channel, I'm always transparent. I'm always honest. Now, if you're thinking about doing this, or you have any questions, drop your questions down below. If you have any feedback on apprenticeship, have you done it before? How did it go for you? Did you do it with someone and they didn't pull their end of the bargain? Like, what feedback would you like to give me on the apprenticeship? I would love to hear it. Drop it down below. And so I hope you guys will consider subscribing. I'm going to be putting more and more information out here for hairstylists, or people who want to be in a stylist, or want to be in the hair industry, salon owners, salon suite owners. I'm going to do another video upload on about salon suites and about, storefront salon ownership, all of that. So thank you guys. I hope you will consider subscribing. If not, and if you simply watch this video, if you would just give me some love, show me a thumbs up and some love, because that helps my channel out, and that helps other people find out about my channel just by you clicking the like. Just the thumbs up, just by you doing that, that's going to help my channel tremendously. So if you watch the video or watch part of it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'm going to see you guys on the next video. Be safe and be blessed. And thank you so much for watching. I'm going to see you on the next video.